We're almost 2 hours into trading. It is Monday, June 21st. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at last Friday's pick. Take a look at the market. Let's find a pick for today. Friday, I highlighted ROKU, Roku. You can see how it was poking through the 100-day moving average, and we had a nice breakout above horizontal resistance. And the key element is we had very heavy volume. Those are the things that you need to be looking for in this market right now. Market's not going anywhere, so the stock has to do all the heavy lifting. This is about where the video came out right in here. You can see that the stock closed a little bit higher than where the video came out. Had a nice little dip here. Once you get through that downward sloping trend line, you've got a little bit of an opportunity here. But look at the strength today. The market is currently grinding higher, so we've got a nice tailwind. You can see how it's been pushing higher and higher. This stock also looks good. That was a nice pick. So we had some overnight follow through. That 100-day moving average looks very solid. Let's take a look at the market. You can see here how the market opened pretty flat, a little bit higher than the close. There's the closing bar from Friday. We closed below the 50-day moving average. Bring up the daily chart. You'll be able to see that. We'll put that moving average up. We close below the 50-day moving average. It seems that every time we're touching that 50-day moving average, buyers come in. Touch it, boom. Touch it, boom. Touch it, boom. Touch it, boom. Every time we seem to be bouncing off of it. This is no exception. We had quadruple witching on Friday that might have influenced the selling pressure that we saw. Now that quadruple witching is gone, we get that rebound. On a swing trading basis, I'm not even interested in swing trades right now. I've got to be frank with you. I'm seeing an incredible amount of sector rotation. What was hot yesterday is cold today. And we've seen a rotation into semiconductors and out of semiconductors, into precious metals, out of precious metals, into SPAC stocks, out of them, into short squeezes, out of them. Energy's hot, then it's cold. I could go right down the list. The market is going nowhere. We are trapped in this range, and that's what I was forecasting back in the beginning of May. I felt that we were not going to be able to break out. We weren't going to be able to sell off. So the market is just chopping around. Now, the tell today was the fact that we were able to rally and get right through Friday's high on the first shot. That was very, very important. We also had a bullish 10P cross. We also had a bullish 10P cross right in here. So that also fueled this move higher. Now we have what we call a bullish divergence. Bearish cross right here, right in here. That would tell you to be careful. Now we have the 10P indicator coming in, coming in, coming in. Normally, you would see the market roll over in this situation. What's the market doing? It is holding its own, and it's been able to hold all of the gains so far. Those tell me that we're going to continue to drift higher and perhaps even fill in the gap today. If the market were weak, here's what we would have seen. We would have seen a rally and a stall right at the prior day's high, Friday's high, and then tick, tick, tick. We would have just gradually started to drift lower, and we would have tested the low from Friday. Perhaps even take it out if there were still a lot of selling pressure, but we're not seeing that today. These are light volume conditions, so don't read too much into any one of the moves. We're going to chop back and forth. Great environment for day trading. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at. And I'll put up gold. I could put up basic material stocks. Look at how beautifully gold rallied. This was just a nice, fantastic, strong move through all the major moving averages. Everything looks great, and then it just falls apart right in there. Basic material stocks, CLF, I can go right down that list also. Really nice strength, moving higher, then the bottom falls out. Energy stocks, same thing. Really nice rally, then everything falls apart. JPM, banking stock, really nice rally, rally, rally in here, and then everything rolls over. So that's what's happening right now. It doesn't matter what the sector is. It could be tech, it could be healthcare, it could be anything. Once you see the strength, as soon as it hits resistance, everything falls apart. That makes it very difficult to sell out of the money bullish put spreads with a 3 to 4 week time horizon, which is one of the strategies that we like to use. The reason for that is that in here, everything looks great. The position's doing fantastic. Oh, awesome. Option expiration is approaching. And then wham, 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 you're in trouble. Plus, you have to go very, very close to the money when you sell these spreads because option implied volatilities are extremely cheap. And that means that one little market whiff or a whiff in the underlying stock instantly sends that spread into the money. This is a good time not to be swing trading unless you have a very short time horizon, maybe a day or two holding period. And even then, some of the stocks that we see that are strong the day before are weak the day after. NVIDIA, let's take a look at that one. Super, super strong move in here. I had highlighted this stock a number of times, but once it hits the high, there's an inverted hammer. That's a bearish candle right here. Tries to make a new high, closes on its low of the day, follow through today through the halfway point of this long green candle. That's bearish. That tells me that the stock is top heavy and is probably going to roll over for a little bit. So hot one day, cold the next. So we're going to take a look at a stock that has not really made a huge move, but that has some nice price patterns to it. And I'm going to go right into the pop bull search, and I'm going to click on the first stock, which is MA. MasterCard. You can see this horizontal resistance that's been breached to the upside. We're also above the 50-day moving average, and we've bounced off of the 100-day moving average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests, and then now we're off to the races. This is also very, very important. We have increasing volume here on this breakout. So I like it. I think MasterCard looks good for today. We'll bring up the 5-minute chart. You do not want to buy up here. You want to wait for a little bit of a market dip. What we'll be doing is we'll be waiting for this 1OP indicator to drop down into negative territory, give us a bullish cross. When we see that, then we're going to know that the market is ready to break out of this little compression in here. We do not want to see the market pull back very far. We want to see this little compression hold while this 1OP indicator drops. So what will I do? I'm going to click alert and I'm going to click right on that. I'd like to know if there's a breakout. So here's what I'm watching for right now. We're 2 hours into trading. I want to see this 1OP indicator on the S&P 500 5-minute basis come in. I want to see a nice little trough here, and then I want to see a bullish cross. As soon as that happens, I'll know that it's time to start looking at some of the stocks with relative strength on the notion that we are going to break out through this resistance level, and we're going to fill in some of this gap here. Once I have that market tailwind, it will help fuel stocks like MasterCard, and then it will be time to buy those stocks. Now, I want to also make sure that while the market is compressing here, that I don't see a big drop in MasterCard. I want this price point right here to hold. I don't mind if we test it, but I want to start seeing some relative strength, especially as this indicator comes down and crosses. Let's go into relative strength 30 and we'll see if there are any stocks right now that look actually pretty strong to the market. I might as well highlight this one. It's down. I typically like to click on the stocks that are up for the day. I don't like buying bounces. I would much rather buy strength. So I'm looking for stocks that have a positive net change for the day. FDX, let's take a look at that. There you can see the relative strength. The stock is near the high of the day, pulled back a little bit, and now it's starting to grind again. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart, nothing to write home about. Downward sloping trend line, providing some resistance, and then we've got the 50-day moving average right overhead. This is nice. I like that. That is symbol U, letter U. Why do I like it? Heavy volume, breakout through the 100-day moving average, breakout through horizontal resistance. Letter U looks great. Let's go into the 5-minute chart. Ah, this is very nice. We might as well replace MasterCard with this stock. This looks much better because look at that volume. That is excellent. So scratch the MasterCard. You could still look at it. It's still a good stock. I think it'll continue to move higher, but U offers us a number of other check boxes that we can mark. Big volume through the 100-day moving average, through horizontal resistance, lots of room to run on the upside before it hits any other resistance. Let's put up the 200-day moving average just to see where that comes into play. And I don't have enough data for that, so there's no 200-day moving average, but we'll lean on that 100-day moving average. This stock looks like it's poised to continue to move higher. So letter U is my pick of the day. Keep your trading very light. Keep your size small. Don't waste your capital in this sideways market where you get hot and cold from one day to the next. If you find some decent stocks, like the letter U, try and latch on to maybe 2 or 3 or 4 really decent stocks. Maybe you have 3 longs, 1 short, a mix, so that you always know where you're looking for opportunity and you're looking for that really consistent price movement on heavy volume. It's fairly hard to find right now. We don't have a lot of news to drive the market, so this is a time to really keep your trading small. That's all I've got for you today. Good luck with your trading. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.